Now at 6, a federal judge in Oklahoma makes a ruling regarding lethal injection. Plus, Missouri Southern offers a new degree completion program, and some area kids participate in a week-long academy at MSSU.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Joplin police released the name of a Carthage man killed in yesterday's crash on Interstate 44. This is KOAM News at 6. That crash happened just before 2:30 yesterday morning. Police say 44-year-old Juan Fuentes Jr. was driving a motorized scooter in the outside lane of I-44 eastbound when he lost control, crashed, and was thrown from the scooter. Authorities say Fuentes was then struck by multiple passing vehicles. That crash closed the interstate for 3.5 hours. At last report, the Joplin Police major crash team was still looking for witnesses who may have witnessed the initial crash. A federal judge in Oklahoma says the state's 3-drug lethal injection method is constitutional. The ruling paves the way for the state to request execution dates for more than 24 death row inmates who were plaintiffs in that case. Attorneys for those inmates are expected to appeal the ruling. They argue the first of the 3 drugs in the sedative protocol, midazolam, is not enough to render an inmate unable to feel pain. Attorneys for the state rejected that argument. The search for 3 Barry County, Missouri escaped inmates has been turned over to U.S. Marshals. 28-year-old Lance Stevens, 29-year-old Matthew Crawford, and 37-year-old Christopher Blevins escaped from the Barry County Jail on Friday morning. Stevens was being held on drug charges and unlawful use of a weapon. Crawford was held on felony stealing, and Blevins was held on drug charges, vehicle tampering, and unlawful possession of a firearm. The 3 men are considered armed and dangerous. Authorities believe the escapees are no longer in the area, but if you do spot them, you are urged to call 911 immediately. Let's check in with Doug Heddy for a first look at the weather.
Well, of course, we had more showers, thunderstorms, heavy amounts of rain once again during the overnight hours last night into the morning hours. We got rid of these, but we've had a lot of clouds kind of sticking around since that point in time. And look at this, more showers, more thunderstorms building out across southeastern parts of Colorado. And of course, they want to head toward us a little bit later on tonight. Also, another band kind of building in north central parts of Nebraska. Temperatures right now, we look pretty good. We're sitting into the lower 80s, and as we go through the evening hours, we're going to slide back through the 80s, 70s. Eventually, we'll get down into the upper 60s later on tonight. Now, we have numerous rounds of thunderstorms that are going to roll through this week. Of course, we're going to break that all down for you here in just a bit.
Catch you then. The city of Miami, Oklahoma has had trouble with flooding for decades. This Friday, they're going to hold a town hall meeting with the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. The meeting will be open to the public so residents can express concerns and share their experiences with flooding.
It's not cheap to defend your position in something like this, especially when you're dealing with a federal regulatory agency, an organization the size of, say, GRDA, in the federal government. And so we have to do our best to make sure that we've got experts involved that can tell our story.
Later, we're going to hear from residents of Miami about how the flooding has impacted them. Missouri Southern State University is launching a new program to help adults earn their college degree. KOAM's Chris Warner has more.
For adults that didn't complete their college degree, going back to school isn't always something they can easily do.
We know adult learners probably have other responsibilities, whether they're a parent or whether they're working full-time. So the experience needs to be a little bit different for them.
So Missouri Southern State University is launching a new program called the Adult Degree Completion Program, which is aimed at helping those adults get back to school.
We are trying to create a program focused just on them. So the curriculum will be accelerated, 8 weeks online. We're trying to reduce any hurdles that they may have, either with admissions or the financial aid office, so that they get pretty much a tailored service for them.
The program kicks off in the fall 2022 semester, and the inaugural class is expected to be around 25 students. However, between now and then, there are still things the university has to adjust to accommodate the new program.
We do have policy about residents and how many hours you have to have here, but we are working with our faculty and our administration to try to determine what that policy will be for these folks.
Tuition costs will be the same as for other students, but there are options available for those who can't pay out of pocket.
Yeah, so financial aid is a little tricky as an adult learner. Some students still may be eligible for a Pell Grant if they hadn't used it all, if they had been in college before. But Missouri, the actual state, has several grants and programs, including Finish Line, to come back to school and finish a degree. And so there would be options like that for them.
In Joplin, Chris Warner, KOAM News.
Mount says the initial degree that'll be offered is a bachelor's in general studies with an emphasis in business. It says they plan to offer additional degree options as that program continues. Some newcomers are on the campus of Pitt State today. This was the first day for both new students and new university president Daniel Shipp. Shipp's excited to begin the school year and meet more people in the community. His goal is to listen and lean in to try to further understand the uniqueness of Pittsburgh State University.
I think that higher education needs to talk about the value of the education. And so there's so much that gets packed into that. I think we lose that along the way, and we need to do a good job of telling our story.
President Shipp's 7-year-old son thinks gorillas are cool. He is correct, of course, and he gave his dad permission to come to Pittsburgh. Good for them. Coming up, Missouri Southern's hosting an academy promoting kids' wellness. We're going to have more. Plus, a Springfield attraction gets some recognition. Cherokee Nation unveiled commemorative quarters depicting an area tribal leader. The new quarter uses the likeness of the first female principal chief of Cherokee Nation, Wilma Mankiller. Mankiller was also the first woman to be elected as a chief for a major native tribe. Officials say the depiction shows Mankiller in a traditional shawl looking to the future with the 7-point star of the Cherokee Nation at her side. Some area kids are spending the week at Missouri Southern to have some fun. The MSSU Kinesiology Department is hosting the 2022 Children's Lifetime Sports Academy. The academy is a way for kids to learn the skills of activities that can be played for fun, health, and fitness. Golf, bowling, racket sports, canoeing, and more activities are planned for them to enjoy.
Really gives the kids a really good aspect on lifetime activities, not so much sports. It's not a lot of serious. It's for activities that you can do throughout your life. Like we're going to do golf, tennis, pickleball. We're doing martial arts right now. So just a lot of fun things for the kids and that they can do throughout their whole life.
The academy is from 12:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. and will go into Thursday. An award presentation is also going to be held at 4:45 p.m. on Thursday to recognize outstanding campers of the week. For the fourth time in 5 years, Wonders of Wildlife in Springfield is being honored as one of the top tourist attractions in the country. The award comes after participants in a USA Today online poll selected Wonders of Wildlife's aquarium as the best in the nation. Leaders from all across Missouri agree that recognition like this means a lot to Springfield and the entire region.
It's just great to have that distinction here and to be able to do it 4 times in a row. You know, there's a lot of attractions out across this country. It's a big deal for our state.
It fits so well with our outdoor life here and what we hope to have people remember Springfield for when they come in. And then you talk about the economic driver that it is in the community. You just cannot overstate that.
Bass Pro officials also unveiled this artist's rendering of a second video board that's in the works. They say the huge display will face the major Springfield intersection next to Wonders of Wildlife. A little bit later, how Missouri Southern soccer team is spending their offseason to build some chemistry.
Plus, we got more showers and thunderstorms, which are heading in our direction. We're going to check that out coming up. Well, of course, we had showers. We had thunderstorms again last night into the morning hours. More heavy amounts of rain, about 3/4 of an inch, 2 inches for the month. It's June 6th. It's a lot of rain. For the year, we're almost 28 inches. We're above by almost 8 inches. Average is about 20 inches for this time of the year. Nice shot, Lander Chevrolet. This is our live tower cam on the southeast side of the city. So we're looking at eastbound and westbound traffic of Interstate 44. Allergies a little bit better today. Those showers and thunderstorms kind of washed out the atmosphere. So on a scale of 1 to 10, today is a 1, but we creep back up to a 7 once again as we head into the daytime hours tomorrow. If you want to get outside this evening, it looks good. We're sitting at 82. Humidity is not that bad. We have the south winds at about 10 to 20. You can see across the metro, we're sitting mainly into lower 80s, and this is pretty much where we're sitting across the entire four-state area from Bella Vista to Fort Scott out toward Sedan in our western counties. Through the evening hours, we drop back through the 80s, 70s, eventually upper 60s a little bit later on tonight, and thankfully we got rid of all those showers and thunderstorms earlier today. These are racing east away from us, but if you look back toward the west, you can see a couple orange boxes popping up. These are severe thunderstorm watches in effect for Nebraska, down through southeastern parts of Colorado into southwestern Kansas, and eventually that's going to head toward us later on tonight. If you have any evening plans, it looks fine. We're going to be kind of hit and miss with the clouds. We're going to watch this batch of showers and thunderstorms work in late tonight. So here's 3, 4, 5 o'clock. These are going to be weakening, so not too strong or severe, but we are going to have scattered showers and thunderstorms to start the day. 7 a.m., and then most of the day looks pretty good, but by the afternoon, I do think we're going to get a few isolated little thunderstorms trying to pop up. Again, nothing too strong or severe. Here's your day planner: 67 to start, 77 by noon. High of 84, very similar to what we've had today. Southerly winds at about 5 to 10. Here we go again. Tomorrow night, after midnight, big batch, showers and thunderstorms, most likely strong to severe. So we got to keep our eyes on that as this big batch rolls through on Wednesday morning. A few isolated guys again by the time we head into Wednesday afternoon. So a lot of rounds of showers and thunderstorms to watch as we go through the next few days. And we have to see where the heavy bands of showers and thunderstorms set up. But I think most of us 2 upwards to 5 inches of rain as we go through this week. All right, 84 tomorrow, 82 on Wednesday. Thursday, we could get some afternoon showers and thunderstorms, and then another big batch of thunderstorms drop in Thursday night into Friday morning. Most likely those will be strong to severe. Those are going to be out of here late Friday, and then we set up, check this out, upper 70s to near 80 degrees by the time we head into Friday afternoon, or Saturday afternoon, which is going to be great. So the weekend is setting up fantastic. A little soggy prior to it this week.
Yeah, a little soggy, like a very wet sponge is a little soggy.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Don. Here's a look at our tower cameras, sponsored by R.E. Smith Construction, as work continues on the KOAM More Power project. Check it out anytime on our website, koamnewsnow.com/power. Still ahead, Pitt State Track and Field earns regional honors.
Yeah, and a freshman is named Athlete of the Year. We've got the details. And Missouri Southern Soccer uses this offseason to build chemistry with their first-year head coach. Danny Cherzer has that and more next. Joplin is 2-1 to begin the season, and the Outlaws have quickly found their offensive rhythm, scoring 24 runs in their last 2 games. Joplin aims to keep that going tonight as they close out a 4-game homestand against St. Joe. Tonight's game begins at 7 p.m. at Joe Becker Stadium, and we'll have the highlights right here at 10. In the majors, the Royals begin a 3-game home series with the Toronto Blue Jays tonight. Big opportunity for Kansas City. They host a Toronto team that's won their last 5 road games. First pitch is at 7:10 with Daniel Lynch on the mound. This offseason is an important time for Missouri Southern women's soccer. The Lions are entering their first season under head coach Sharday Boswell. And Boswell was hired in January of this year. Since then, the team has been taking advantage of opportunities like hosting this youth camp to build chemistry and camaraderie prior to the fall. Boswell says getting to know players off the field helps the relationships on the field as well.
I think once I have their trust and their confidence, they'll work harder for me. They'll sacrifice for me. They'll sacrifice for their teammates. So I think building that relationship with them early, rather than once preseason hits, trying to build it is much better than anything.
The U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association announced their regional awards today, and the Pitt State men rack up honors in the Central region. For the outdoor track and field season, PSU's LJ Kiner is named the Central Region's Field Athlete of the Year. Kiner finished in the top 3 in both the long jump and triple jump at the NCAA Division II Outdoor Championships. Kyle Rutledge is the Men's Coach of the Year. Rutledge has been with the Gorillas for 10 seasons, but this year is his first as head coach. He led the program to its first outdoor national championship. And finally, Men's Assistant Coach of the Year goes to PSU's Jason Crow. That's it for sports. We're back after this.
On this 78th anniversary of D-Day, we honor a local veteran who was killed in action during that Allied invasion. Jay Hansford served in the U.S. Army from 1942 to 1944. The Hockerville, Oklahoma native was posthumously awarded the Purple Heart for his ultimate sacrifice on D-Day, and we are proud to salute Jay Hansford. He's a four-state hero. You can learn about lots of other heroes, thousands of them in our database. You can also submit a hero of your own anytime. It's very simple. You just go to our website, koamnewsnow.com. Don't forget, you can be the first to know about today's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone. Best part is the cost is free of charge. It's in the Apple App Store, the Google Play Store, the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We're going to have more on how the city of Miami plans to address flooding issues. Plus, how veterans who served during the D-Day invasion of Normandy, France were honored today, and why movie theaters are concerned about a possible popcorn shortage. Those stories and a lot more coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. A set of twins, one living in Kansas City, Kansas, her sister in San Francisco, are reaching a rare milestone. Eloise Lyons and her twin sister recently turned 102 years old. Lyons talked to Alan Shope in KC, sharing her favorite memories with her twin and her key to longevity.
What's your favorite birthday memory?
There's too many birthdays.
And on this day, it's number 102 for Eloise Lyons. Her favorite birthday memories with her twin sister.
We danced a little bit.
Oh, goodbye. And that's why folks at Glenwood Village in Overland Park threw a roaring 20s party. She says her key to longevity?
I don't know.
Her son Paul has an idea.
Taking everything in stride. She's been positive.
That and a daily shot of Scotch whiskey.
That's something that she's been doing for years and years.
Both twin sisters celebrating, one in San Francisco and one here. Eloise says both apparently did something right to get to 102.
Evidently we did.
At 102 years old, Eloise's generation has probably seen more change in this country and the world than just about anyone in the history of it.
When she was born, they just started flying airplanes. I can't imagine we'll ever see that happen again.
Birthday, dear Eloise. And even after 101 other birthday celebrations, this one can still get emotional. Happy birthday to you.
So the fact that Eloise and her sister both are celebrating 102nd birthdays tells you there's got to be at least some element of genetics involved, don't you think?
Yeah, can you believe what they have seen? And
she was dressed like someone, a flapper from the Roaring 20s,
Yeah.
which is appropriate because that's when she would have been born, back
crazy.
in the previous 20s.
Yeah.
All right, the weather, rain chances.
Yeah, more showers, more thunderstorms get in here late tonight into tomorrow morning. Another batch tomorrow night.
Final sports notes.
Joplin Outlaws in action tonight. They're looking for their third straight win today.
Very good. Wish them luck. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10. Let's make it a great evening.
Salon service is provided